it's Nita, and I am back to do my 4-year VSG update. I am outside, so I'm sorry if y'all hear nature and the wind blowing, but it feels good, and I wanted to come outside and do this video, so I got me a glass of wine, and let's chat. So, hold on. Alright, I'm going to say my name is Nita. I had VSG weight loss surgery February the 2nd of 2015, and it is currently April of 2019, so a little over 4 years ago. My starting weight was 320 pounds. I think I was technically like 318 or something like that. I just say 320. And the day of surgery, I think I was 310. I want to say I was 310. I lost a few pounds on the pre-op diet, and then my lowest weight I got down to was between 175 and 180. I am currently 210 pounds. I was at my lowest weight right around my 30th birthday, which was 2 years ago. I'm currently 32, and since I had my daughter, I have gained some weight back, not because of being pregnant, but because my eating habits have changed since I became a mom, just with life. So we'll get into that later. But yeah, so my highest weight was 320, my lowest weight was 180, and I'm currently 210. So I told you guys my stats. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my phone. So first I'm going to start off with, I get a lot of questions about if I have any regrets. Hell no. I don't have any regrets. My only regret was I feel like I should have done it sooner, but everything happens for a reason at the time that it's supposed to happen. So no, I don't have any regrets about the surgery at all. I'm not necessarily an advocate for surgery because, especially with the vertebral sleeve, it's not reversible. So you can't go back like the band and the balloon or whatever and say, oh, I don't want this no more. Like, no, once they cut the rest of your stomach off, it is gone. It's not reversible. You can't turn back the hands of time. So I'm not an advocate for surgery per se, but I am an advocate for people looking at it as an option if you feel like you need it. You have to know yourself. You have to be honest with yourself about, you know, if you're going to do right by it or not, because it's not an easy fix. But again, I'll get into that. How do I eat now? So when you have VSG, typically you're on a liquid diet before, and then after you have surgery, you're on a liquid diet for like a week or two. I can't remember the exact length of time, but I was on a liquid diet for, I'm gonna say, like 2 weeks. Then you graduate to soft foods, or like pureed food, which is like applesauce and maybe mashed potatoes, and then you graduate to, I guess, soft foods like soft chicken and stuff like that, and then you're on a regular diet. But you know, they tell you to drink so much water. They tell you not to drink any carbonated drinks, which is sodas, wines, like sparkling waters. I was saying wine, but I meant champagne, stuff like that. And I can say from my personal experience, I do not like carbonated drinks. They really make me feel really full really fast. And I think it's the carbonation. I don't know what it does to my stomach, but I do feel really full really fast when I drink carbonated drinks. So I try to steer away from those. Honestly, the only time I really drink soda is when I have a drink. You know, Crown Apple and Sprite is my favorites. And yeah, I may drink, like, I love Tahitian Treat and I love Big Peach. So if I see them, I want them, and I'm like, oh, I gotta get some. So if there's some of that around, I will take a swig or two of that. Outside of that, I'm not a big soda drinker anymore. I just don't like the way it makes me feel. So yeah, how else do I eat now? I eat pretty much kids meals. Everywhere I go, if they let me order a kids meal, I will eat a kids meal, and that's just the norm for me now. My family and friends are used to it. A lot of times if I go out to eat with some of my friends, sometimes depending on who it is, we'll order something to share, or if they let me order like a half portion, I will. A lot of restaurants will, so you have to ask, y'all. So if you go somewhere to eat and you want to do a kids meal, ask. If they being an asshole about it, then ask them if they'll let you order a half portion of whatever the meal is. If not, then it is what it is. But a lot of times you do become a cheap date because you just can't eat a lot, and it just becomes the norm. So 4 years out, I can eat a kid's meal versus in the beginning when I was on like my full diet, I couldn't even eat a kid's meal. Like, I would get full off of like 2 nuggets, 2 grilled nuggets at that, or like, you just get full really, really fast. But that does not last forever. I would say probably around the 3-year mark, I could eat a little bit more. And the first time I finished a kid's meal, it did freak me out. I was like, what? But I guess over time, your body gets used to you know, eating smaller portions, and your stomach does, it's like a muscle, so it stretches. And so yeah, but I still don't eat normal, but I will eat a kid's meal depending on what it is. I don't really eat, well, I take that back. In the beginning, I could not eat bread. I couldn't deal with it. When I say I couldn't eat, like I've never been one to throw up. I never had that experience having VSG. There is nothing that I can't eat, really. When I say I can't eat it, it's just I don't like the way it makes me feel when I eat it. But I've never thrown up. I've never had the dumping syndrome. For those of you guys who don't know what that is, dumping, typically after you have weight loss surgery, if you eat something that your stomach doesn't like and doesn't agree with you, it will come back up, especially sweets. A lot of times we can't do sweets, so you'll have what's called a dumping syndrome where you'll throw up. A lot of times you get sweats. Sometimes you get chills, and you just feel so sick until that whatever you ate that your body don't like, until it is out of your system. I've never experienced the dumping syndrome. I've never thrown up. There's just certain foods like bread, and like I said, sodas. Really, bread and sodas are the two things that I really just, they didn't make me feel good, and I was just like, no. That was in the beginning. I was like, no. Now I can't eat bread. I will eat a breadstick at Olive Garden. I will eat a roll at Texas Roadhouse. You know, one thing that I can say for me personally, the part of the reason that I did choose to have the sleeve is because I didn't want to live my entire life on a diet. You know, I want to be able to enjoy my food, but I wanted to be able to do it in moderation and not overindulge and overeat. And so I feel like the sleeve has helped me to do that. Like, I can have a roll and be like, okay, I'm good. And sometimes I may have two. But it's better than, because before I would do a whole basket. If I was eating cookies, I would have the whole pack of Oreos. You know what I'm saying? So it helps me to be able to enjoy what I like, but in moderation. At the same time, I can say over the years, my habits have not been what they used to be. What do I mean by that? In the beginning, there were certain things that I just would not do. I did not eat bread, period. I did not eat pasta, period. I did not drink soda. I did not drink alcohol. And I can say those things along with carb cycling, which is what I did when I was in the thick of my weight loss journey, which I'll get into in a second. Those things really helped me to drop my weight and keep it off. Along with, I did have a personal trainer, and I worked out 5 days a week. And I can say a combination of that really did help me get the weight off. So what is carb cycling? Carb cycling, I know keto is the fad these days, the trend, what people are doing. But for me, like, my body doesn't like carbs, so I know I have to restrict those if I want to lose weight. But y'all, I love bread and sweets so much. It is so hard for me to just go cold turkey. So carb cycling, what that is what I did was Monday through Friday, I would eat nothing but meat and vegetables, so pretty much like a keto lifestyle. And then on the weekends is when I would allow myself to have my carbs. I allowed myself only one sweet, which for me, sweets is cookies, cupcakes, pies, stuff like that. That's what I love. So I allow myself to have that once on the weekends, and then the weekends is when I would have my carbs, whether it was a sweet potato, mashed potatoes, a piece of bread, or whatever. I think at that time I wasn't doing bread at all. I do bread now, but at that time I wasn't eating bread at all. But that was when I would allow myself to have my carbs. But typically the carb diet, there's a book that I'm going to link somewhere in this video, and it's by Dr. Ian, I believe. He was on The Biggest Loser. He's one of the nutritionists on The Biggest Loser, and he is where I learned the carb cycling diet from. He has a book. And so the carb cycling diet, typically you're 3 days no carb, and then 2 days with carbs, and it's healthy carbs. But what I did was, I'm a hairstylist, and I'm typically at the salon, and when I'm at the salon, that's when I typically eat junk, because we're on our feet, we gotta eat on the go, and we just eat whatever is available. It's not necessarily that I want the fast food or the junk food, it's just that it's readily available and I'm hungry, so I'm gonna eat it. So I did meal prep, and I would eat my meat and vegetables through the week, and it was easy because I ate it because it was there. Even if I didn't want it, it's the food that's there, I'm gonna eat what's available, so it was easier for me to do that. I just had to make sure that I was on top of my meal prep, because that's where I slacked off a lot, is trying to eat on the go, and you just eat whatever's available, not necessarily what's healthy. And of course, it's always hard to find healthy alternatives when it's last minute and you're starving. Like, that's when you can't find nothing healthy, and it's like, okay, I'm just get this burger. But yeah, so I've been talking a lot. I'm sorry if I'm talking fast, y'all. I don't want this video to be too long. So how has my life changed since losing weight, men, family, and relationships? When it comes to friends and family, my close friends and family were very supportive. If you looked at my last video, which again I'll link somewhere below, where I talked about my experience in Mexico having surgery and everything, like I lost one friend in a sense. Outside of that, everybody has been very supportive. So I wasn't in a relationship when I had surgery. Since then, I have been in 2 relationships and I'm single again. So I'm not gonna say that has helped my dating life per se. I will say that when you lose weight, you will get approached more. That is true, but it doesn't change the mindset or the quality of the men that approach you. So niggas really wasn't shit when I was 320. Niggas still ain't shit at 210 or 180. I'm not saying it like that. I'm not jaded. I know there are good men out there, but what I'm saying is, don't think that when you lose weight, all of a sudden Prince Charming is coming. If he comes, it's not because, you know, you lost weight or something like that. It's because you just found a genuinely good person. So you losing weight doesn't change the mindset of the man that's approaching you, if that makes any sense. I hope I make sense when I'm saying it. So yes, you may get more men that approach you. Yes, you may get more dates, but it doesn't mean that men are going to treat you any better. If that dude don't mean you no good, he ain't gonna mean you no good. And that don't have nothing to do with how you look. They have everything to do with that guy and where he is in life and what he trying to do, if he a fuck nigga or not. So that's just what that is. So loose skin, that is a big question I get a lot. Loose skin, did I have loose skin? Absolutely. I'm 5'2" and I was 320 pounds. Heck yes, I had loose skin. I did have some skin removed. Right before my 30th birthday present to myself was to have a tummy tuck and an arm lift, which I did. If you look at some of my videos, you will see my scar, which is pretty bad. It didn't start off that way. 3 months after I had surgery, I got pregnant, so I was not able to wear my compression garments, and it caused my scar to spread on my arms. And also the cream that I was using, because my scar was looking real good, y'all. Look at the skin and everything, but I wasn't able to wear my compression garments or to use the cream that I was using. So I had to stop, and that's when my scars started to spread and turn dark and stuff like that. I do have keloid skin, a history of keloid skin in my family, so I did anticipate my scar maybe not looking the best, but that was a risk I was willing to take. But my scar and my healing was very different because I did get pregnant 3 months later. It is not recommended. I'm not telling you to go do that. Please don't do that. Don't waste your money. But I did get pregnant 3 months later, so I don't really have a lot of advice on that because my healing was not typical because I turned around and got pregnant. So whereas I was supposed to be healing and shrinking, I was carrying life. So there's that. But yes, I did have a lot of loose skin on my arms, and I did have a lot of loose skin on my tummy, and I still have a lot of loose skin on my back. I will maybe insert some pictures somewhere in here if I can, or if I choose to. Y'all, I'm cool with sharing, you know, because I feel like people sharing help me, so I definitely want to help the next person, but there's some things I just don't want to share. And when I say I don't want to share, I don't know if I'm comfortable putting the pictures of my loose skin on my back out in the internet like that. Just being honest, like, I don't like my back. And so I just don't know if I want a picture of my roly-poly back on the internet. So I don't know. If I decide to do it, I'll share. But if not, I'm not going to. But just know I have back rows. Let me see. I have back rows, y'all. So they're here. Y'all can see them. Y'all see that? They're here. So yeah. So that's that. Yes, I had loose skin. Is there anything you could do to prevent loose skin? Strength training helps, but at the end of the day, like my doctor told me, your skin is like a balloon. You know, once you blow up a balloon and you let the air out, it'll go back small, but it won't be the same shape that it was. So it really just depends on how much fat you had in that area. I always had big arms. My family has big arms, so I expected that. I expected my stomach too. I was just real with myself. I didn't expect to have the loose skin on my back like I have. That caught me off guard. I have a little bit of loose skin on my thighs, but it doesn't bother me. I'm okay with that. So if anything, maybe later down the line, I do want to get a back lift and a breast lift, but I'm just trying to wait and see if I'm going to have more children. Again, I'm single. I'm not with my daughter's father, so we'll see what life brings. I really want to get these titties lifted, if nothing else. Like, they just sad, they get on my nerves, but it is what it is. Thank God for good bras. Okay, so pregnancy after VSG. So yes, I got pregnant with my daughter a couple months after my 30th birthday. I always tell people she was my 30th birthday present, because 9 months later, here she came. So I guess I was, what, 2 years out of so I didn't have any pregnancy complications. My first 5 months of pregnancy, I was sick. I couldn't keep anything down. I lost about 30 pounds, and it wasn't because of me having VSG. It was just me being pregnant. Some people just get sick and they have morning sickness. I had all day sickness. So I had a lot of people asking me, was I afraid of gaining weight when I got pregnant? But honestly, I was just in a place where I wanted my child to be healthy. At that point, I didn't care about my weight. I didn't care about nothing but her being healthy. Like I said, I was sick and I was losing weight because I really couldn't keep anything down. I survived those first 5 months off of ice. I would eat Lay's potato chips with extra salt, and I would eat ice cream and ices, anything cold and salty. And I'm not even a cold, salty girl. I love sweets, but at that time, that's what I liked, and that's how I survived. And with me losing weight the way that I was really, really afraid of my daughter not getting the nutrients that she needed, which the doctor told me she would get everything. Like, I might be sick, but she'll be good, and she is good. She was born fine, everything was good. But if you're looking into having VSG 4 years out, I still have no regrets. I still highly recommend it if you are struggling with losing weight. And more than anything, it's a mindset change. So that's my biggest advice to anybody who is looking into having VSG, who wants to have VSG. You have to be willing to change your mindset. So what VSG did for me was to help me not feel hungry, and to help me not want to eat certain things, and to be able to change my mind. Because I think that's the biggest thing. When you hungry and you starving, but you telling yourself, well, I'm only gonna eat this, or I'm not gonna do that, it's hard. But when you kind of curb your appetite, I found it easier to retrain my mind to only eat certain things and only do certain things. And also, when you see the weight coming off and you be like, oh, I can fit these jeans, I'm looking cute, that's gonna help you also be able to that's gonna help you also keep at it. That's another thing. Like, when you busting your ass trying to lose weight and you don't see no results, that's painful. That don't make you want to keep up with it. So another thing I'll tell you guys, to take plenty of pictures. Even if you don't see no weight loss, I promise you guys, as you keep going on, you will see it. Those pictures will help you. Other people will see your weight loss before you see it. But take plenty of photos. You don't have to post them, just keep them in your phone. Keep a little album, keep those photos, because those will be very helpful. And yeah, like I said, I hope this video helped you guys. I'm sorry that it was so long. We had 23 minutes. So yeah, I'm sorry it was so long, but I hope it helped you guys. If you have any other questions, if there's anything else you want to know, hit me up and let me know. Also, if you have had VSG, let me know your experience in the comments down below. But yeah, I'm here to help you guys. So let me know if you have any other questions, comments, concerns. Please subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you soon. Bye, y'all.